Hello, welcome to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Amy. I am a website copywriter and a website strategist, and I talk a lot about how to make your website work harder so that you can work smarter and get back to what you really want to be doing in your business, which I'm going to guess is not working on your website constantly. So in this video, I am going to take you on a little behind the scenes tour of how blogging works with a Showit website, because it's one of the things that I think is really important to know when you're choosing a website platform, how you can get user-friendly and SEO optimized blog posts up on your website. And Showit is one of my favorite platforms for making this happen. I'm going to tell you why. So when you're looking at a Showit website, the first thing you need to know about the blog is that the blog content lives inside of WordPress. And before you start spinning out about WordPress, because it can be a really intimidating platform to talk about, to learn, to use for your website, this is exactly why I love the Showit and WordPress combination. You get all of the features and different plugins and all the things with WordPress, but you get a Showit website design, which is a lot easier to use, in my opinion, than a lot of the WordPress themes available. So this is the literal back end of my website, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about and how this looks. So when it comes to the back end of your website here, you can see I have a whole category of pages. I am logged into Showit right now. We're looking at Showit. I have a whole category of pages here called blog templates. And this is for pages that have content that auto-populates from the WordPress side of your website. I'll show you what that means. No one panic. The moral of this video is no one panic. So I have a couple different pages here. I have several set up because my website's kind of extra as a website girl who writes websites and used to design them. Like, my website's got a lot going on, but here I have a blog feed page, and you can see here I have a featured post section. I have browsing by category. I have a little welcome section here. And then I have a lot of different places where my posts auto-populate. So I have this single featured most recent post, and then I have a 3 across for the rest of the posts. There's several lines of this on my website. I have buttons here for clicking between older and newer posts. And then we get into a lot of the not evergreen content, but the content that goes on every single page of my blog, which is a little mini about bite-sized bio moment. I have scroll too fast. I have a place where people can sign up for my email list and grab a freebie. And then down here, I have links to a couple different ways to work with me. So this is one of the reasons that I am obsessed with the Showit WordPress combo for blogging. Is on a platform like Squarespace, it can be really hard to get all of these sections onto every single post as well. Usually you can do some customizing to your blog feed, which is like the page that has the list of all of your blog posts. So this page would be pretty easy to do. But if we come over to my single post page, which is what a post actually looks like, you can't really create content that goes on every single post page without a ton of custom code and a ton of thought and tech savvy in Squarespace. So you can see here, this is my single post page. Let me zoom out so you can see a little better. The title auto-populates here from WordPress, and then I have additional fields where the categories can auto-populate, where you can share the post on different social platforms. This is for the post featured image, so I changed that in WordPress, and it automatically updates here for all of my posts. If you're looking at this and on my website at the same time, you should know I update my website regularly, and I love messing with the design on my website, so it probably already looks a little bit different. But in here, you can see, let me go back. You can see I have a sidebar here that displays for the desktop version of my website for every single blog post, the blog content here. And then for simplicity's sake, I just have the same sections here duplicated from my blog feed. But you can see I also have a section for popular categories. I have more design elements. There's a lot of different things that you can design out here in Showit. And when you're inside, so once you sign up for a blogging plan through your Showit website, Showit will go through and set everything up for you so that you also have a WordPress side of your website. This is what it looks like when you log in. You literally just go to yourwebsite.com/WP-admin. I'll just type that out so you can see it. But if you have a Showit website, that's how you log into your blog. And then this is where you can see all of the posts right here. So you can see I have, at the time I'm recording this, 31 blog posts. I can add a new one right here. But I'm going to click into a blog post here so you can see how it looks. And I'm going to go to the same blog post on my live website in a minute. So here you can see I have the title of the blog post. I have all of the blog post content in here. I have some images that I added in this specific blog post. You can see this particular post is about how to submit your sitemap to Google. So I have some screenshots to help you do that are in context. I designed literally all of the post content itself inside of WordPress. I had a bunch of links to things, all of this stuff. And then here you can see under these post settings, I set a featured image. I tell WordPress what categories I want this post to live in. And you can set, there's a million other settings that you can add here. So I have all of these things set. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like on my actual website. So you can see here, this is the main category that this post is in. This auto-populates. You can see the title right here. These share links are going to be the same for all of my posts. It's just a really quick way to let people share your content, which is always good. And then here you can see my featured image that I set for the post inside of WordPress, the sidebar that I was talking about earlier, and all of the post content. So you can see here, I'm just going to scroll through. You can see here how it looks, all of these design settings for how this looks. So how it knows that like this is my heading font, all of that is done inside Showit. It's super, super easy to set up. And here you can see just all the post content. There are some of the screenshots I was talking about. Here's all these links that I ended with. And then this is where we get into the Showit side of the design too, where you can see previous blog posts. This is the most recent post, or there would be like a next post here. A bunch of different buttons, all the things that I've added here. So that is how the design side of Showit and the functional side of WordPress kind of go together. When you sign up for a blogging plan with Showit, you have two choices. You can choose between the basic and the advanced version of their blogging plan. The difference is that you can, with an advanced blogging plan, install custom plugins for the WordPress side of your website, and you can get basically a ton more functionality out of your whole website when you do this. So I do have the advanced plan. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. With the basic plan for Showit, there are a few plugins that automatically come with it that you can use and activate, but one of them is Yoast SEO. You can have the basic, or you can pay for Yoast, which I always recommend because I'm obsessed with Yoast. But there's some anti-spam plugins that they'll have. There's some design plugins that they'll have, and then there's Yoast available. On the advanced plan, though, you can do a ton of stuff with custom plugins. So, for example, I have a custom plugin that lets me have custom types of posts. So I actually have all of my portfolio projects are WordPress content, and they are not in my blog feed. I have a whole setup to have them go to different page designs. You can add different redirection plugins. I have some advanced analytics. And honestly, this is like, I am just barely touching the surface of all the things that you can do on your blog with an advanced Showit blogging plan. So that is how blogging with Showit and WordPress works. Basically, the design end works in Showit, and then the content goes inside of WordPress. The main things you need to know are that the blogging plan does cost a little bit more than the basic Showit non-blogging plan. I will include a link to their pricing page and my link to get a free first month of Showit in the description of this video. You also need to know that full stop, I highly recommend just going for the advanced blogging plan. The difference when it comes to business expenses is pretty reasonable, and you get so much more function out of an advanced blogging plan with Showit than you do with a basic one. So I highly recommend, if you want to blog for business, to go ahead and go for the advanced plan. And then when you're looking at a website template or talking to your designer about what you want your blog to look like on your website, It's super, super easy to start visualizing the content and knowing how it all kind of works together. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love if you give me a like, follow, or subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.